each colliery used to have a brass band usually, and when they learn that their pit is pretty much going to close, there's no hope for it, they then concentrate all their efforts on winning this brass band competition, and they end up at the Royal Albert Hall. And it's a really funny film, but it's a really poignant film as well, because parts of it, there's chunks of it that are really serious about the fact that they just decide to close hundreds and thousands of mines around the UK simply for a political reason. It wasn't done for an economic reason; it was done for a political purpose. And this film is all about that. But it's done really well. But it's very funny as well, very poignant, and the music is just amazing as well.
It is.
Brass band music.
Even if you're not a fan of brass band music, it's worth watching it because
at Christmas, a brass band playing a tune when it was dark is the best thing about Christmas, in my opinion. The nice brass band.
Turn up to certain large retail outlets to do your Christmas shopping. There's the Sally Army outside playing the Christmas carols. Brilliant.
Rather than having Flux Pavilion fed through a speaker somewhere. It's rather more appropriate. There we go. And Alan, what year did you guess for your song?
I was going to take 1976.
Ooh. 1972.
Again, 4 years out.
More TV and film straight after this. That's right, it's the TV and the film for the weekend. That's Fran's little jingle from her show. Lovely. Recommendations for tonight: 11:05, Channel 4. That Peter Kay thing, the series repeat of it continues. Tonight's episode is called Leonard, and it's a spoof documentary. Follows Leonard de Tompkinson, who is the country's longest-serving paperboy, who's about to receive a Bolton Community Award in his honour for being the world's oldest and longest-serving paperboy. Sounds
good
fun.
man.
Yeah. Films for tonight. Tonight, 11:30, BBC One, The Terminator. Ooh. The original, the first one from 1984. David Cameron.
Is David Cameron the Terminator?
No comment.
I was going to say it's hard not to say something.
James Cameron, director. The violent cyborg is sent back from a war-ravaged future to kill an unsuspecting woman who unknowingly holds the future of civilization in her hands. Ooh. And she's not on the panel of loose women. We had a rant about that earlier on. You're not a fan, are you?
I don't mind her. It depends what guest they have on.
Yeah.
I like the beginning bit. Like the first 10 minutes where they just say like what they've been up to, and then I'd probably just get bored.
Not they start ranting about ex-husbands.
That's a bit silly.
Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Benn, Linda Hamilton, and Lance Hendrickson. So that's on tonight, BBC One. What else have you got to recommend, Alan?
One I am looking forward to tomorrow on Dave, a channel we don't mention very often on here, but Dave, starting at 9 o'clock. Running for several hours, is a full run of Red Dwarf.
Ooh.
Starting with Camille, where they first come across Camille rather than Holly as a computer.
Oh, is that the guy?
Yeah, the guy goes and they get a female to take his place, and she ends up in all sorts of weird and wonderful places.
I haven't watched Red Dwarf for years.
They've been doing them quite regularly. It's like every so often one here and there, but they're doing like a whole night of Red Dwarf.
My best mate at secondary school, Martin Phillips. It was like his favourite show in the whole world. He loved it, and I sort of did like it, but I didn't really appreciate it much because it had a lot of funny people in it. But anything to do with sci-fi for me, I didn't sort of pay much attention to, because with sci-fi as well, a sci-fi story, you can do anything like Doctor Who to get out of any situation because it's just sci-fi. You can make up a rule or a tool or something.
Yeah.
And there's
the sonic screwdriver.
Boundaries, sonic screwdriver. Oh, I have loose teeth. Here's a sonic screwdriver. You know, no food. We'll just eat the sonic screwdriver. It's fine. You can use any excuse. So that was basically why. But yeah, it's a really funny show though, and I remember Chris Barry, I think, who's in it.
Chris Barry is Rimmer.
Plays Rimmer. In the British Empire as the crazy mad
as Britas himself,
as Mr. Britas. Yeah, in the British Empire, it was a very funny show as well.
But also with Red Dwarf, you've got Craig Charles.
He's really good.
Lister, who is now or recently was in Coronation Street.
Yeah, and he has the Funk and Soul show on BBC Six Music as well, of a weekday evening. It's a very very good show. I think it's Saturday evening. I'm not sure, but he's very very good doing that.
I mean, they've all gone well. Cat. Danny John Jules. Last time I saw him was a thing called, I think it's called Story Time or Read Me a Book. It's like for under fives.
Oh, yeah.
But he was running a library.
All right.
And he was very good, very funny at that. And obviously Robert Llewellyn with his how stuff works and how do they do it series.
That's Channel 5, isn't it, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. What have I got? TV4 tonight. Have I just missed one out? No, I haven't. TV4 tomorrow. ITV, 10:15 tomorrow evening. 2001 film, Bridget Jones's Diary.
Very good film.
Richard Curtis written film. The sad 30-something struggles with her job, boyfriends, and pressures from her parents. The supporting cast in this, if anything, is probably as good as Renee Zellweger, probably better, really. I mean, I know her accent is really good in this.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, like Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, when they have the fight and then they apologise when they get thrown through the window.
Just English.
And they sing Happy Birthday, don't they? Yeah. Colin Firth, Hugh Grant, Jim Broadbent, Gemma Jones, Sally Phillips, bear with. She plays, I think she's one of like her best mates in it, isn't she? In the film.
One of them. She's like the loudmouth. She says every other word is a swear, basically. She's got a permanent fag in her hand.
Celia Imrie. Does Celia Imrie play her mum?
I think it is, yeah.
And she's going out with the sort of weird guy from...
Obviously she's with her dad, and she goes out with the weird guy who like does, you know, if you went to like department stores at Christmas sort of thing, they advertise like knives or like an egg strainer type thing. He's one of them guys.
And he's like walnut coloured, isn't he?
It's like David Dixon looks pale.
Yeah. I've actually seen Bridget Jones' Diary, and it was so long ago I can't remember it.
No, the first one's good. The second one is, I think, is a bit funnier.
Yeah.
But they're both really good films. I love this. Have you seen the second one?
Not seen the second one.
In the prison's hilarious. You would love that whole, just that scene would crack you up.
Does she fall in a fountain in the second one?
No, that's Hugh Grant and the other one put in the fountain.
Neil Pearson is in it as well, of Drop Dead Donkey fame. He plays, I think, her boss. They're slightly boss.
Furby boss.
And Honor Blackman, Bond girl, is in it as well. I don't really remember her being in it. Perhaps she's in a cameo or something.
She just walks in.
Or perhaps, no, it might be because she works like a PR company, doesn't she? So perhaps she's at a launch, because Salman Rushdie's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, it's only for a little bit.
Book launch. Might be something to do with that. But that's the film for tomorrow. As you said, brassed off as well. Film for tomorrow evening. Bit of fun, bit of popcorn film. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, E4. Broken Arrow. Nice action adventure film. It's a John Woo film who did Face Off. He did Mission Impossible 2 as well. It's got Christian Slater. He plays a co-pilot alongside John Travolta. John Travolta crashes a stealth bomber accidentally.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do. And then nicks the nuclear warhead that's on board and tries to ransom the US with it. It's quite it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek film, but very, very funny. He plays like a proper crazy guy.
Christian Slater comes out, I think, with one of the best lines ever in that film. They're talking about the fact that these warheads have gone missing. They said, yes, it's a broken arrow situation. And he says, I don't know what's more frightening, the fact that the nuclear warheads have been stolen or the fact that you've got a word for it.
Yeah, a phrase in case it happens. But it's a really, really good film, proper action-adventure film. So that's tomorrow night, E4, 10 o'clock. What else have you got,
Alan? Going for tomorrow, for Saturday night, a couple of cracking films. You've got Van Helsing, ITV2, at 9 o'clock until 11:35, followed immediately by Constantine with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Keanu Reeves of I'm an Alien, but I'm not going to hurt you at all in the remake that was on the other week, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Can't really imagine him in anything else apart from Speed and
Bill and Ted.
Speed.
Bill and Ted, yeah.
Yeah, watch him in Constantine. It's very dark, very dark. It's like one of those graphic novel type things that they've brought to the cinema.
Sort of noirish.
Oh, very noir.
Noirish.
Very
learning on today's show. Very classy. We'll do the last picks of the TV and the film straight after this. Fran, you've picked this song, haven't you?
Yes.
It was so long ago, like 6.5 minutes ago. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. Penny again. Dropped. Yes, I did.
Yeah, they do that in Gimme 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 in one of the episodes once when the penny drops and she's holding a massive penny. And she
I want to get one. I was watching them the other day. I got the box set.
It's the funniest show.
I love it if they just reran it.
Yeah.
So people who weren't around then could watch it, or you know what I mean. I don't think they should do it again.
No.
Leave it alone.
It's a really the pairing of James Dreyfus and Kathy Burke is so good. Yeah. But this is Ike and Tina Turner. Tiny Turner.
Teeny tiny.
Who is it?
Tina Turner.
There we go. Lovely. Bear with.